Welcome to another edition of Martin's Munchies. This is the ingredients. I've got a couple links of chorizo. I got about a pound of hamburger. I got an onion, a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, a little bit of parsley. I'm adding some professional flavor with some Denison's no beans con carne chili and 1 can of crushed tomatoes. The little spice bowl's got about a handful of chili powder in it. It's got some garlic salt. It's got a little hot paprika and a little bit of pepper. And then we're going to top this off with some Fritos and some cheddar cheese. February, now that the kids are gone, is keto month. So we've been hitting the keto, my wife and I, my better three-quarters and I, pretty hard. Anyway, you can do this without the Fritos and be pretty much 100% keto on this. It is a great meal. You can eat it for 3 or 4 days. All you need is a pot and a little bit of heat, and wonderful things are going to come out of this. So join me. We're going to make the world's greatest chili. All right, we're going nuts with the chopper. First thing I'm going to do is just dice up the onion, the pepper, all this good stuff. I won't bore you with slamming the chopper down. The chopper likes a little bit of help. That's why I cut it up a little bit for us. It's still better than losing a finger trying to dice it up when you're a welder. Just yellow onion. You can't go wrong with this. Any of this combination here, I don't care what you do. I don't care if you cannot screw this up. You can't screw it up. Chili's like spaghetti, like stew, like, we made a frittata this morning. I mean, they're all just as good the next day. That's the beauty of all this. Shake that around a little bit, give myself some room. I didn't mention the parsley. Got a little parsley going here. So, beautiful February day. I think it's the 6th of February. It's like 70 degrees outside on the left coast. I feel sorry for all you people on the East Coast that are dealing with Puxatawny Phil and his nasty weather. I get asked a lot, how come you live in that crazy California? Because it's February 6th and it's 70 degrees. I mean, come on, people. I could put up with a few extra tax dollars to walk around in shorts in February. So anyway, I'll chop this up with a knife. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just, we're going to throw this meat in the old pot. I'm going to chop the bejeebers of it up. And I'm going to cook it when I cook the vegetables at the same time. I'm going to add everything together. I'm going to stir it a couple times. I'm going to, about an hour and a half from now, bon appetit. Right on. So let's talk the world's easiest diet as far as I'm concerned. So I had the kids home. I have to admit that I love everything bread. Look at that. We're just gonna add a little heat to that. We're gonna just basically brown it and then chop it up, and then I'm gonna add all those yummy vegetables. Let's talk keto. So keto, to me, it's pretty simple. This is I kind of listen to Dr. Gundry and all anyway, all sorts of different people. Fat is good. You need to get into that. You need to accept that. I could eat a cube of butter a day and not gain weight. If I have the cube of butter on bread, then I gain weight, because it's the carbs that turn into sugar, and your body is constantly craving sugar. So learned a lesson from a really, really healthy guy a long time ago. I was at 250 pounds. All right. I had been hurt my knee and was pretty much laid up and couldn't do all the walking that I normally do on the golf course. And anyway, long story short, my older boy, this is a few years ago, he had graduated high school. I remember looking at those high school graduation pictures. I'm standing there with my arm around him thinking, oh my gosh, are you huge? So I was working with this guy who was super healthy, and he asked me, he said, what do you, I asked him, I said, all right, Jeb Burns was his name. I said, Jebby, how do I lose weight? And he said, well, what do you have for breakfast? I said, well, I had a big breakfast. I had eggs, bacon, hash browns, and toast. He goes, all right, tell me when you're hungry. So this is like 6:30 in the morning. At 10 o'clock, I said, I'm starving. He said, all right. He goes, tomorrow, have eggs, have bacon. He goes, in fact, add an egg and add like 2 extra strips of bacon. Don't have any hash browns or any toast. And then tell me when you're hungry. Next day, I wasn't hungry till 1 o'clock. All right. So I basically just got rid of the carbs and loaded up on the, basically loaded up on the protein. And literally, I was not hungry until 1. So I learned right away that your body's just craving carbs. And one of the things that Dr. Gundry, I know he tries to sell a lot of different things, but one of the philosophies that he basically just reiterated is that, for thousands of years, humans basically ate proteins and vegetables and roots and stuff like that. They ate those things pretty much 24/7. And then the sweets came around in the fall. That's when the berries were ripe, and we shoved all this sweet stuff in our face, and we let for thousands of years, let our body know that winter's coming. So make some fat, because the food's not going to be as plentiful. So our body stored fat. It tasted something sweet, and it clicked on this mechanism that said, put this stuff away, store the fat. So we ended up with a little layer of fat, and then we made it through the winter by eating, dried fish and wild game and some roots and stuff like that. And we burnt that fat. Well, guess what? Since the invention of, since 1900, we've been dumping sugar in all sorts of things, and we've been doing it all year long, and we're telling our bodies haven't changed. We telling our bodies that winter's coming, winter's coming, winter's coming, winter's coming. Every time we eat carbs, winter's coming, winter's coming, winter's coming. So guess what it tells our body to do? To store it away. So if you want to lose a few pounds, tell your body that winter's here. Cut out all the carbs that turn into sugar. Cut out all the sugar. Don't worry about the fat. It's not the fat that makes you fat. So that is now pulverized. And what we're going to do now, is dump in our vegetables. So now we've added everything out of the chopper, onion and the bell peppers. I'm going to throw some olives in here, but they don't need to cook. I forgot olives. Gotta add olives. Add olives to everything. All right. So I have added the little pint of tomatoes. I've added the Denison's Keto Chili with no beans. So I know some of you guys think, well, there's beans in chili. There are no beans in chili. I don't know who came up with that idea. The beans are, they are a source of protein, but they are also loaded with carbs. And we're doing carb free. The only carbs we're having, just because I can't eat it without it, we're going to have just a handful of Fritos. and it's just a must. I need the crunch when I eat this. I'm very little of them. I'm gonna add the parsley right now. I'm doing that for flavor. I might throw a little spinach in here. Remember the spinach? And yeah, spinach too is even more healthy. Just so I get a little bit more greens. So, but anyway, that dude right there can simmer for about an hour, hour and a half, and let all those flavors blend together, and we have ourselves a pot of chili that I can eat off of for 2 or 3 days. And it's simple, it's easy. I mean, I got like 4 dishes to wash. I mean, no brainer. Simple, easy keto. So, any of you guys interested in trying keto, let me know. Give me some comments. I'll point you in the right direction. There's some fantastic recipes out there. I think mine's the best on chili, but the frittata is keto. You can have eggs and sausage and all sorts of stuff. You'll be amazed, A, at the energy you get. B, it sure helps to lose a few pounds. I started this a week ago. It's now the 6th, and this is day 6. I'm down from 218 to about 215 and feeling good, running up and down the basketball court, getting ready to kick butt on the golf course. And, I mix a little exercise in with it, but to me, it's a simple way to lose weight because I'm not cutting out things that I really enjoy eating. Only thing I'm cutting out that I really, really, really enjoy eating is bread and chips and, crackers and Triscuits, all that stuff. I'm getting rid of those things. Like I say, it's a lot easier with just me and the better 3/4 in the house because the kid ate like the kid's in shape. If you're in shape and real active, you could eat all the carbs you want. If you're 58 years old and you're not quite as active as you should be, then you can't eat the carbs. You can eat the carbs sometimes. You can't eat the carbs all the time, and that's pretty much what I was doing, and that's how I put on 5 or 6 pounds. Well, those pounds are going to be gone in a week or two. The goal in February is to get down to 1 something on the scale. I haven't seen 1 something in a long time, and I'll let you know how it goes. I'll give you updates. So anyway, that's pretty much it for chili. I'm going to smother that bowl with fresh grated cheddar cheese and a few Fritos, and that's what I'm going to dive into. So anyway, world's greatest chili. It is a no-brainer. It is that simple, and it tastes absolutely fantastic. All right, take 3. So it's been cooking for about, I'd say an hour or so. I removed the lid. I'm going to let just a little of that moisture cook off of it. I added some spinach. Gives it a little color. Plus it's good for me. I grated my cheese. I'm going to let that get kind of room temperature. This is Tillamook cheddar cheese. Best cheese in the world. The only thing that's got carbs in it, which is going to turn into sugar, is the Fritos. So remember, if you get one lesson out of this meal, it's that eat as much fat as you want to. Fat's not a bad thing. The carbs are a bad thing. I'm just going to have a handful, but you can't eat this meal without a little bit of a crunch. And those Fritos are perfect, absolutely perfect for it. All right. I already said this, but I'll say it again, as the French say. Ho, 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 ho. Bon appetit.